Welcome back, everyone, to another segment of the MCR Mac and Me. My name's TJ. In this segment, just kind of want to review in general some of the latest news and activities uh, involving the campaigns of Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. Uh, some of it I found interesting, and I hope you do as well. First, out of the Gateway Pundit, and between the Gateway Pundit and the Right Scoop is where I primarily got these news briefs. But Kamala Harris has determined that she's willing to do another debate on CNN. And I have a suspicion why she's open to this, uh, why she's open to a second debate, and why it's fine with. Because remember, she turned down a debate on Fox News a week before the ABC debate. You
Right.
know, so as far as she was only going to do one debate. Well, now she wants to do another, and it's got to be on CNN.
Well,
You know,
it's posturing. I don't think she really wants to do one. I think they're trying to put up. Oh, he's afraid of her because she's so, gives such clear, concise answers on absolutely nothing.
well, my theory is, and yes, this could be at the risk of wishful thinking, but my theory is perhaps their internal polling isn't as good as what they're saying to outwardly as far as all these other fake polls.
Well,
You know,
they're fake as hell.
the rumor is Virginia's almost become a swing state, and I say almost. You can thank the suburbs of D.C. for even making it that, but
Well, yeah, I was going to say I would be surprised if Virginia ever goes Republican in a national election again because they're all government employees, and Trump
yep.
wants to cut. And any good Republican would want to decrease the size of government.
That goes back to that song, and I forget the guy's name offhand who did Richmond north of Richmond. You know,
Yeah.
and I tell you what, it is directly north of Richmond. I looked that on a map. Uh, so, anyways, so she's willing to do another debate on CNN, and Trump says no way. He goes because if you recall, CNN did play it pretty much down the middle with him and Biden, and CNN took flack for that. You know,
Yeah.
and so the odds of them doing it again with Kamala Harris, I wouldn't bet on that. You
Oh,
know,
I'd bet against it.
yeah, and he's saying, you know what, screw that. Not you didn't want to do
Excuse me.
Fox News, and well, I don't want to do CNN. And
And
that's
you know
pretty
what?
much.
And there's no guarantee Fox News wouldn't be an ambush also for him.
Well, here's the thing. I would define Fox News as equal opportunity assholes. You know, but
Well, here's what we might do. Here's a compromise I could be willing to make. We'll do it on CNN, but we pick the moderators.
yeah, really, uh,
The
make Greg
moderators will be
Gutfield one of them.
uh,
you know.
Tucker Carlson, Dr. Jordan Peterson, Elon Musk could be one.
Jesse Waters.
Yeah,
But
let's do that.
yeah, she'll never agree to that.
Of course not.
On to the next news brief here. I find this interesting. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know how accurate this is or to what extent, but I'm compelled to share it. The mayor of Hamtramck, and I'll explain here in a minute why I don't know about this, but the mayor of Hamtramck, and I'm looking for his name here, Amir Ghalib. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Amer Amir Ghalib, Ghalib, and I think I'm pretty close in the pronunciation. He's a Democrat, and it appears he's going to endorse Donald Trump. Now, the reason why I'm trying to figure out how accurate this is if you recall, in the last election, Hamtramck was well, they were doing some dirty deeds. The Democrat Party was, and the theory was because Hamtramck has become basically a small Middle East. The theory was that they hadn't uh, integrated into the populace well enough where the Democrats could go in and do their their tomfoolery and get away with it, you know.
Right. Right.
But this Amir Ghalib, even though he's a Democrat mayor, he's pretty much said he's going to endorse Trump and vote for Trump. One of the reasons why there could be something to this is when you think about the Democrats, you know, they're into gay rights and all that kind of stuff. And you know what they do in the Middle East? They throw gay guys off roofs of buildings.
Well,
They got
yeah,
video
it's
of
not
that.
just that, but maybe they're just sick of hearing about gay rights. What rights don't gays have today? Are they denied jobs because they're gay? Are they denied housing because they're gay? Can they not get married? Can they not adopt? So what damn rights don't they have? Same thing with women. What rights don't women have?
Well, I just find it interesting, while the same news article mentioned Dearborn, and Dearborn has a different, we'll say, ethnicity of Arabs as opposed to Hamtramck, because you know there's multiple ethnicities within the Middle East.
Right.
You know, it appears Dearborn's still fairly solid Democrat, as opposed to this mayor's position here in Hamtramck. Okay, and both Hamtramck and Dearborn are in Wayne County, so you know, who knows how this is going to play out.
Okay? Who knows how their votes might get changed?
Oh yeah, really. Also, out of the Gateway Pundit, there's a man by the name of Steve Rosenberg who, he appears to be pretty politically active in Pennsylvania, Democrat, and he said he's Israel. He's an Israeli, and he says he's voting Republican. He goes, of course, dare he employ common sense here, but he says, if you're a Jew, why would you vote for the Democrat Party? You know, and so I guess.
Well, you've read the Old Testament, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Well, perhaps they are still a stiff-necked people.
Well, yeah, they're always getting in trouble with the Lord. But anyways, so let's see. Here, I'm just going to read a quick quote from Steve Rosenberg. If you're a Jew, if you're pro-Israel, there's only one candidate here. He would continue, actions speak louder than words. Kamala Harris has surrounded herself with some of the worst Jew haters, and that is true, that there are. Yes. Let's see. He sums up. He sums up his statement with, "They are not pro-Israel."
Well, let's go back to my previous comment about the stiff-necked people. You know, her husband, Kamala Harris's husband, is Jewish.
Oh yeah, yes, I knew that.
Her children are Jewish.
Yeah, and they even,
how backward is he?
Yeah, they even put that into a political ad I saw here. You know, he's going to be the first Jewish. What do they call it? First man or whatever,
whatever it might be called.
Yeah, whatever it might be called. You
first
know.
Whim.
And I'm going to wrap up these news briefs here. I find this interesting. Don't know how much to make of it. John Fetterman. Now that he's kind of recovered from his stroke, we'll say, he does have
whatever drugs they had him on.
Yeah, really. He has seemed to return to some common sense here. I believe he's still a Democrat. He's still going to be solidly in the Democrat Party, but he's saying to the media, "Hey, Trump is warning them. Trump could very well take Pennsylvania." Let's see. He says he has a special connection with the people of Pennsylvania. I'm going to look for the quote here. John Fetterman. Trump has created a special kind of hold. ... And he's remade the party, and he has a special kind of place in Pennsylvania. And he would continue later, and I think it only deepened after that first assassination attempt. Let's see. He would continue later with, Trump is going to be strong, and we have to respect that. I guess Fetterman, he also says, and I joked his signs have become like the state flower. You see that everywhere. So I guess, Trump signs everywhere in Pennsylvania.
Well, one of the places I really love to go to is Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. And on the way to Gettysburg, there's a Route 30. And in these little towns, I was seeing way too many Biden signs in 2020 when I went through there. Way too many. So maybe that'll change. Maybe he's
Well,
on.
hopefully. The flip side to that is, and I'm going to mention the three more popular cities of Pennsylvania. First, Philadelphia, in the county of Philadelphia, and that was one of the four counties where their little, I'm going to call it tomfoolery, the electoral anomalies. That was one of the four counties. Shame on them, I'd say. But you got Philadelphia, then you have Pittsburgh, then you have Erie, which sits along Lake Erie. But those three cities alone can almost carry the state.
Right.
So because it all comes back to the numeric superiority, So
Right.
we'll see how some of this goes.
Because unlike the national election, in a state, the popular election does matter.
Also, John Fetterman said, "Don't believe the polls that say Harris is ahead." That's what I found interesting too.
Yes, I agree.
I find it interesting that a Democrat senator says, "Hey, man, don't believe the polls." So that's the latest news I have in regards to what's going on with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, and we're getting closer. And I'll tell you what, November can't get here quick enough for me. I just whatever's going to happen will happen, but it just needs to hurry up and be a done deal as far as I'm concerned.
Well, if you had to rake my leaves, you wouldn't be saying that.
Okay. Well, I don't have as many leaves as you to rake. And
people do.
And for our faithful viewers and those who have been with us for a while, we're just a few weeks from flannel shirts. Okay.
I've been looking at them at Costco.
Well, I don't need any more flannel shirts. I got enough. Okay. But in a few weeks, you'll see us donning flannel shirt.
I am currently clothes poor because everything I have is 4 sizes too big now. So
I still fit mine just fine.
Okay.
All right, that's enough for now. Thanks everyone for your support. We'll catch you in the next segment. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.